How old are you?
I'm 19. I haven't been married. I could be, but I have decided not to. I will eventually.
And the one behind the big one?
Oh, that's the little diamond.
That's on the wedding finger.
Is it? Oh, well, I haven't thought of that.
Dementia is an umbrella term used to describe a whole array of diseases because their brain, their control tower, is compromised, and then that impacts the rest of their body. Many of the residents do have an element of getting trapped in a time and space, and so they might think that they're still, businessmen or still nurses.
So where I'm working now is at the hospital.
It might be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and a resident might say, "I have to go home, my mom's waiting for me." And we have 2 options at that point. We can say, your mom's dead, you're 80, and so there is no mom. Or we can say, hey, what's she waiting for? Tell me about your mom. Where's home? It's not our responsibility as providers of care to say, oh, no, you're not. You're 80 years old and you're living in a group home and you have dementia and this is your reality. But rather, there's an opportunity to step into their world and to live in their world because that's comforting for them.
Cary Grant, that's his name. I knew it had come eventually. Cary Grant was there. And we all looked and I said, that's Cary Grant. And this other fellow said, just be quiet, you don't talk to people like that. And I said, why don't you talk to people like that? He said, oh, you said you look a bit stupid. I said, not quite as stupid as you, sir. I walked away. You should have seen his face.
In 2012, we opened up our first home. We have 6 to 10 residents living with 24-hour care. It's very much based on celebrating life. It's the social model. So it's very much looking on what a person can do and focusing on their abilities as opposed to focusing on their loss or their disability. Residents get involved in everything that we do. Cooking, baking, gardening, shopping. All of a sudden they come here and they're able to go out on daily outings. They're able to interact with the community. They're able to get involved in everything of daily life. And we have a preschool, daycare that comes to visit the residents every week. And they read stories to the children and they interact. There's a beautiful intergenerational play there. When the children come over, they absolutely love it and they enjoy it and they're laughing and they're smiling and they're engaging. But an hour later, they won't remember if the children were ever here. But what does stay is that emotion, that enjoyment, that ripple effect of that emotion, of that experience. And so, do the residents enjoy living here, but do they have cherished moments? Do they have moments of joy and they live in the moment? And I would say yes.